What opportunity? You served in the military. You've made good choices. You're getting rewarded for them. You're going to live in the American middle class. What privilege do I have that you don't have that is based on skin color, not on wealth or socioeconomic status? Please.
The fact that you are sitting here with like little to no education trying to talk to people about white privilege is white privilege.
Tell me one thing I said that's wrong, and don't use an argument from authority. Make a good argument.
I have a degree.
Don't
I'm
cite
arguing
your
from
credentials.
authority
I have
because
a
I'm telling
degree.
you my life experience.
That's not your life experience.
Name
That's a
one-
degree.
Really? I'm sorry. Did you
one
live my
thing-
life?
That means nothing.
Did you live my life?
That means that's a
Name one
degree.
thing
You're not smarter
that
than him
you
because you have a
can't do
degree. Just so you know
that
that. That's
I
a fallacy.
can't do.
That's a fallacy.
Name one thing that you can't do that I can do.
I don't know. I can't make a whole fucking dollar.
What? You can't? Why?
Hi guys, my name is Favor and today we'll be watching a video between Charlie Kirk, Candace Owen, and a race-baiting student who also served in the military that still feel like there is something like white privilege and also feel like male workers get paid more than female workers, especially in the military. So guys, let's get right into this video.
Go ahead.
All right, so I'll start off with my credentials since apparently they matter.
Oh, they definitely don't matter
I'm
to
an
us.
8-year military veteran. I'm a college student.
Thank
I'm
you.
a black woman, and I believe that white privilege fucking exists. So we're gonna start with that.
Thank
really
you for
quick.
your service.
Thank you
And
for
the
your
reason
service.
why white privilege exists is because you guys refuse to acknowledge the history that put people in this position. You want to tell me that white privilege doesn't exist when white people had a fucking upper hand for 250 years to develop generational wealth, and that black people didn't get the right to fucking vote until the 60s, and you're going to tell me that white privilege doesn't exist?
So,
That sounds like
so
it
first
exists
of all-
Funny about
because you
that is
guys
black-
got the
Yeah,
upper
I
hand.
got
No,
it.
what's funny about that is blacks we're doing better during
Why
that
do
time.
we always
under,
call people
under,
blacks?
No, because you
you
I'm
did.
black.
Can we just be black people? Can we just be like African Americans or something? Why are we
The
just
black
blacks?
community, how would you like it said? What makes you feel better on the inside?
Really, anything else other than what you're saying?
Tell me, I'll say how you want
Anything
it.
else
I'll package
other
it
than-
how you need it. Tell me what makes you feel
Literally anything else other than what you're saying.
Okay,
But please
anything
finish
else?
your point.
Why is it that anything else, right? During in the Jim Crow era, blacks were doing better. Economically, we're outpacing whites under the Jim Crow era than we were doing.
Let's
than we are
see.
doing.
It
I'm not
probably
done,
has
than
to
we are
do
doing
with the
today
fact that
after
we had our own
$22 trillion
communities
of
before
government
the
handouts.
fucking
The black
KKK
community-
came and burned them down.
The KKK were Democrats, but give me a second. So after $22 trillion of government handouts and a black president
After how many
for
years
8
of slavery
the black community
and
is worse
44
off
white
today than we
presidents,
were in the Jim
44
Crow era. How
white
is
male
that possible?
presidents,
Oh, I know, because they
97%
sold you
white
your
male
oppression and you
Congress.
bought it. So you're actually the reason why people like us can't do well, because they've sold you our oppression and you bought it. Blacks were doing better under the Jim
If
Crow
you
era.
acknowledge the oppression of other people, we can heal from it.
No, we
but
can't.
if you want
No,
to
we
ignore
can't.
it, we
We
won't
can't.
have anything happen.
That's not how this works. Dialogue and acknowledging things doesn't make us suddenly rich.
So there's a question I do want to ask, which I can't seem to get an answer. What can she not do in America that a white person can do? What opportunity? You served in the military. You've made good choices.
Sure.
You're getting rewarded for them. You're going to live in the American middle class. What privilege do I have that you don't have that is based on skin color, not on wealth or socioeconomic status? Please.
The fact that you are sitting here with like little to no education trying to talk to people about white privilege is white privilege. And
Tell me
honestly,
one thing I said that's wrong, and don't use an argument from authority.
That's like so.
An
so
argument
Make a
from
good
authority.
argument.
I have a degree.
Don't
I'm
cite
arguing
your
from
credentials.
authority
I
because
have a
I'm telling
degree.
you my life experience.
That's not your life experience.
Name
That's a
one-
degree.
Really? I'm sorry. Did you
one
live my
thing-
life?
That means
Did
nothing.
you live my life?
That means that's a
Name one
degree.
thing
You're not smarter
that
than him
you
because you have a
can't do
degree. Just so you know
that
That's
I
a fallacy.
can do.
That's a fallacy.
Name one thing that you can't do that I can do.
I don't know. I can't make a whole fucking dollar.
What? You can't? Why?
Oh my God.
You're trying to tell me in the military women aren't paid the same as men for equal work?
In the military, up until 2 years ago, women weren't even allowed to do most of the jobs that men
Answer the
can do.
question. You just said you couldn't make a dollar. You said you could not make a dollar. You served in the military, which
Not
is...
to mention that people in the military actually get paid a bullshit wage, but we're not going to
All right,
talk
guys,
about
so
that.
now we're moving
Yeah,
over
let's
to
talk
now
about.
we're moving
That
on
has
to
no-
Let's
nothing
talk
to do
about
with
for a
skin
second
color.
that you want to say that
What-
everyone in the military
What can I not
paid a
do?
shitty
It's a
wage,
feminist
so
lie,
that makes it
radical
right.
feminist lie, and they also sell. There's so many different ways they sell you your oppression, and she has purchased all of them today. So right now we are on sexism, right? So she's saying that I can't make a full dollar. Yes, you can. women stop
to
going
get the
in,
I bet he got
I'm not
paid
done
more to be
speaking,
here than
I'm not
you
done
did.
Speaking, okay? If women stop going into career fields like fashion and Vogue and journalism,
psychology.
and we start going into fields like
Engineering.
engineering
Business.
and hard academics,
Finance.
we will make the exact same money that
If
men
not more.
make. The wage gap is a myth and
a
a
myth.
lie. It's a myth
Amen.
and a lie, okay?
Can I say?
It's actually a myth and a lie. I understand that you need to be oppressed, but you have just heard from two black people that haven't purchased their oppression from the Democrat Party. Respect that.
She sounds really
And what
bitter.
frustrates me is you served our country, which deserves to be applauded. And you have lived a life of a victor, and you have the gumption to tell me you're a victim without evidence. You were not able to cite one thing that you cannot do that I can do.
That's true.
If you make good choices, you will get those choices rewarded.
Exactly.
And you brought zero evidence except an argument from an authority and an insult to my lack of a college degree, of which I am so proud of, because I'm not indoctrinated because I didn't go to college. Thank you very much. For the next person.
Wow, there was so much heat in that video. So yeah, that was the video. Oh my god, that lady seemed so bitter. I don't know why, right? But she seemed really, really, pained and well, anyways, yeah. She mentioned that she had served in the military. Um, she had she was in college, right? But she couldn't give a particular example of white privilege, or she couldn't give an example where she had seen this player. She kept talking about history. Yeah, obviously, in the 1960s, right? We can't even compare that time to now because things have gotten way better. I mean, racism is way lesser right now than it was then, and there's nothing like white privilege. And it's just the myth. It's just a myth. I don't know why people keep saying white privilege, white privilege. I don't think that there is anything that a white person can do that a black person cannot do. I really don't think that that it works that way. I mean, if you make good choices, if you say you're going to do something and then you do them and then they are good, you get rewarded for those choices that you've made. And the truth is, whether good or bad, if you make bad choices, you also get rewarded for those bad choices that you make, right? So it's not even a race. It's not about skin color now. It's not about whether you're white or whether you're black. If you make good choices, you get rewarded for those choices. And let's stop living in our past. I mean, the past is the past. The past has gone, and then we are now in the present, and we've gotten a whole better than our past, right? The US has gotten to a way better point than it was in the 60s. So let's please live in that reality, right? And she's saying that male workers are paid more than female workers up until 2 years ago. She couldn't even still point out an example where it was working that way. She couldn't say anything. She was just, bitter and all of that. But she couldn't still point out an example. The truth of the matter is, if we as ladies, right, we decide to do courses like engineering, courses like business, will make the same amount as our male counterparts. We may even get more than them because it is fascinating seeing women in those spheres of life, in those spheres of the workspace. So let's stop having that mentality that my male co-workers are getting paid more than I am just because I'm a female. No, I don't think that is it. And yes, white privilege is just a myth. It's not something that actually happens, right? It's not. Please, let's live in our reality, right? If you think that something is holding you back, then you begin to walk in that light, and that begins to become your reality, because you feel like, oh, because I'm black, I can't do some certain things. Then you begin to walk in that reality. Because she was asked, like, what can you as a black person not do that a white person can do? And she still couldn't give a valid point. So let's stop living in our past. Let's live in our reality. whatever a black person can do, whatever a white person can do, a black person can do, and vice versa, right? And if you decide to work in spheres like engineering, spheres that pay higher than other spheres like fashion and journalism, if you decide to work in business or in engineering, you get paid as much as your male counterpart do. And in some places, you even get paid more. So please, that's what I think personally about this video that we just watched. I would like to know what you think about this video we just watched in the comment section. Please like, share, and follow this page for more videos. Thank you.